talking about relationships and why, and these girls that want to cast aside or don't even pay any attention to nice guys, and then they want to complain about the piece of crap boyfriends they got. Well, you're the one that overlooked the nice guys. All right? What's the matter? He ain't got pants on the ground? Is that why? His ears are engaged? What is it? Not enough tattoos? What is it?
It's not so much that. The fact what it is they go based off of what they think
their worth, you're saying.
The previous boyfriend should be. And that's a wrong ideology, wrong method to do. Because you're sitting there going off your boyfriend, and this guy would come along, shoot you off your feet for a few fake moments, which might be a few months, and then you'll realize, oh, he's such a dick to me. He don't ever take me out on a date. He don't ever, all this. And a lot of people, the reason they get married so fast, and I never understood that. It's great that you get married. I love the fact that you got married. But the divorce rate is so fucking ridiculous in America.
Because they don't want to work at it.
Mainly because all you motherfuckers want to sit there looking at your phone.
And you're on your cell phones. You're not watering the relationship. You're not watering the flower.
On your cell phones. I started implementing time when I don't have my cell phone around me for a certain amount of days. If I'm at home, I'll look through it a few minutes and then I'll put it away somewhere. But all these girls and all these guys, when they go on a date, put your fucking phones away.
Yeah, get off that freaking phone.
There's no point in you having a phone when you're dating. When you're dating, you're there to date the other person and find out how their week was,
right,
how their day was, or what their future goals are, how you can progress through life with them. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the number one thing that breaks up relationship and breaks up marriages is your cell phone.
That's right. And there was a couple here, a family that just got divorced, a nice, good-looking family overall, and looked like a storybook. He made the mistake. He actually works for Delta. He made the mistake of getting his wife an iPad. That was it. They were both in the same bubble, and then all of a sudden they're in separate worlds. And that's it. Now they're divorced. 20 years later.
And I'm not saying social media and phones are bad, but we've gotten so attached and used to those that we neglect the person beside us or the person
take a back seat
of us because we're so glued right here that we don't even know what the heck is going around us in our world. To you girls, I get tired because that's all you do. That's it.
That's
all you do in your phone.
About to blow this one up wide open on a shock treatment. Thanks, Marius. That's 2 topics.
Yes.
Separating the truth from the lies. Coming at you from underneath the Newnan, Georgia, heavily chemtrailed, sun-simulated, split-screen, chemtrailed, sun-simulated, split-screened sky. You're about to receive your dose of the shock treatment. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? I got to talk with Marius, as you see at the beginning of the of this video, and he was on his he was on a soapbox, and I don't blame him because this is a guy, kind of like a guy talk video that's a long time coming. I don't even know if I can do it justice, but I'm going to try, and I'm going to also go live with Marius at some point about this. But the thing is, I have a friend up in Chattown, Jay. Of course, he goes night 8 o'clock now. He's an old man at 44. What is he? 44. Yeah, 44. And even plenty of guy talk throughout the years, and it leaves the head being scratched. Like, what the heck? What's going on? Why do girls or women fall for the bad boys. Bad boys, what you gonna do? Right? Why is that? And the clean cut look seems like has been kind of rejected in a way. I mean, you see these people, these guys, and I'm not knocking them in a sense, but we're trying to figure this out. I mean, they got 2-inch holes in the earlobes, all tatted up, and some of them, I know some of them, they're nice. But the thing is, why are they being preferred over the clean cut look, over the guy that's, combs his hair, doesn't let it grow out down to his, knees? I mean, it used to be the clean cut look was in. They loved that. But now it seems like, if your pants on the ground, that's A-okay. So we're trying to figure it out, and if you're a nice guy, do they really finish last? Are they finishing last? Because in this generation, which is a very wicked generation, it appears to be so. So why do they, and notice on the screen here, this screen, we're going to get into that, are cell phones destroying relationships? Are they? Are they? Well, I think they are. As a matter of fact, I know they are. Social media is. Why do the wrong men feel so right? Well, are women predisposed to find men with dark personalities attractive? Although conventional wisdom maintains that women should be aware of men who say and do the right thing with too much ease, they often can't help but find them utterly appealing. Conventional wisdom maintains that women should beware of men who say and do the right thing with too much ease. They often can't help but find them utterly appealing. A study, in other words, a guy that appears perfect, sweet, nothing's in his ear. I don't know. It's just a study led by Gregory Lewis Carter of the University of Durham provides new insight into this vexing phenomenon. Research has revealed that more men than women possess the dark triad personality traits of narcissism, psychopathy, and Machiavellianism, whatever. The hallmarks of narcissism include dominance, a sense of entitlement, and a grandiose self-view. Yeah, they do like the arrogant types. I noticed that. They like the ones that are just, I don't know, they like the ones also that feed them lines of shit. But here's the problem that Marius, me, and many other clean-cut guys have. Why do they go for this bad boy image only to get, and as Marius put it in the conversation, knocked up in their 20s, and the guy deserts them once they get knocked up. And so they're left in their 20s, single mom, maybe a couple of kids, and so here comes the clean-cut guy, to play daddy? I don't know. Then is that when they turn to the clean-cut guy? The guy with the, great job, education, whatever, can actually complete a sentence and is a real nice person and wants to take care of them? The loyal kind? I don't know. It seems like they gravitate towards the guys that want to treat them like crap, and then they want to go and complain about it. Well, don't go with someone that's going to treat you like crap. But then, what is it? That's just that women just don't have a high self-value for themselves. They don't value themselves. They don't see themselves for what they're worth. That's what me and Marius were discussing. Moreover, it is believed that narcissism may advance short-term mating in men, as it involves a willingness and ability to compete with one's own sex and to repel mates shortly after intercourse. All right. So moreover, it is believed that narcissism may advance short-term mating in men, as it involves a willingness and ability to compete with one's own sex and to repel mates shortly after intercourse. In other words, drop them. Why do women go for that? They go for guys that drop them, and then they're left with or they keep going for these bad boy types, and it doesn't work out, and they're left, pretty soon they're in their 30s with the kid, still with kids, single, in revolving relationships. All the while, there's nice guys out there, clean cut. Some of them are handsome. I mean, myself included, and it's just like. It's ridiculous. It's like, they don't want that. They don't want the guy that works out. They don't want the guy that, is a nice guy all around, doesn't walk around like an asshole. They want an asshole is basically what it is. Yeah, these arrogant narcissism type are less monogamous. Of course he's going to cheat on you. But why do you gravitate towards that, huh? They're psychotic, comprised of callousness, a lack of empathy, antisocial, erratic behavior. But they like that. Why would anybody in their right mind? What's wrong with women, especially nowadays? I know the bad boy image was popular, years ago. This is nothing new under the sun, but it seems like now this is the norm, whereas before it wasn't so much the norm. Psychopaths have also found to exhibit superficial charm, deceit, and a sexually exploitive interpersonal stance, and they like to cheat. Machiavellianism is comprised of duplicity, insincerity, and extroversion. The manipulative, coercive, and opportunistic ways of these individuals are also advantageous in short-term mating. Studies do reveal that Machiavellians have been found to be more promiscuous. Promiscuous Machiavellian, he's all alone. Promiscuous girl, she likes the bad boy. So he comes on strong to the girls. Is that what it is? Whispers sweet nothings. I see him in like places like Brick House and bars and stuff like that. You know, places, taverns and whatever. Social context, public spheres, we'll say. And I see him, and it's always the same kind of. I don't know. They always look the same. Either they have ball caps on, and you know they got the little beard going. Thanks to Duck Dynasty, everybody has monkey see, monkey do, and you know they pretty much all look the same. I don't know. It seems like, and what are they saying? What's the magic words these guys are saying? These bad boys that gets the girls, you know, the hotties, the girls and stuff. I don't get it. It's ridiculous. I mean, I'm going to continue to be myself, and I'll go stag to the party if that's what I got to do. It doesn't matter. It's just ridiculous. Indeed, research has established that men with dark triad, schizos I'm going to call them, fruitcakes, traits, demonstrate more sexual success by comparison to their peers. Well, they're promiscuous. What does that make them? That makes them a male hoe, right? However, and why do girls like that? They really, seriously, women like that? You know what, I'm going to rephrase it. Real women don't want that. It's just that there's very few real women around compared to what there used to be. It's slim pickings, I'll tell you that. And for you young people, it's about over. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. So, I'm going to leave this right there, but it seems like the bad boy image doesn't work out. It's not good. It's not good for the girl who's going to be left high and dry, probably knocked up with several kids, and left single. You see single moms all the time. I see them all the time, now more than ever. In their 20s single. You kidding me? Unbelievable, man, because you went with the bad boy image. You thought the grass was green, you thought that was better. Meanwhile, you got a psychopath. Congratulations on your hands. And it winds up not working in the end. Unbelievable. And then you got to deal with this on top of it. Not only are you getting hammered by radiation from the cell phone, because I see a lot of them cooking the ear, but also it helps to separate you two. Because, you know, if you communicate directly, instead of constantly being distracted looking at your damn cell phone, you would be watering your relationship, so to speak. All right? A relationship that plays together stays together, we'll say. People that play together stay together. And pray together stay together. And you're not doing that when you're on your cell phone. What are you looking at that's so important this generation? That's so important that I go into restaurants, families with their heads down looking at their freaking cell phone, like Nostradamus peering into that water bowl. Unfreaking real, your black sky mirror. What is so captivating that you can't carry on a conversation? We have friends that the kid, you've heard about 100 words. We've heard about 100 words in 5 years. Because every time you come over, he's on his freaking cell phone looking down. It's depressing. The kid looks depressed. He can't complete a sentence or doesn't. No social skills at all. And it's not just him. There's others. Plenty of others like this. And the partners do feel neglected. You're always on your freaking phone. What are you looking at? You looking at things you shouldn't be looking at? Huh? That you're neglecting your partner? And why do these people stay with people like that? I don't get it. Does your time together get disrupted by text, emails, or games? And yeah, you're playing video games on top of it. It's not wrong playing for a little bit, but don't make it dominate. Pay attention to your spouse or your significant other. So has technology intruded on your romantic relationship? It has. As a matter of fact, I knew a couple married 20-something years, 20 years we'll say. Guy's a mechanic at Delta, and good-looking family, I must say, all the way around. The husband, wife, and daughter, I mean, you know, they look like the all-American family. You'd think everything was perfect. Nah. Over the time, I got to talking to the husband at the gym, and, well, they wound up divorced. He said the biggest mistake he ever gave his wife was a freaking iPad. Not only that, it's an infertility pad. She's probably infertile myrtle by now. Putting it on her laptop, by her lap. Unbelievable. So people, you're hardly alone, folks. If a cell phone is interfering with your relationship, it's technoference, the saying is called. It's interference, damaging the relationship. Because think about it. When you two first met, you're in one bubble together. It's like nobody can get into your bubble. It's just you two, right? One world, in other words. You're in the same world. But when you get into these cell phones and you start looking down, you start pulling apart. And now you're in separate worlds, right? You don't even know your partner anymore. And it leads to divorce. It leads to a relationship breakup, along with the bad boy image. Ladies, you better find yourself a good guy. A good guy that will be there loyal for you and not be on his freaking cell phone all the time. Unbelievable. While the big three disputes for couples arguments used to be sex, money, and kids, it seems smartphones are rapidly rising up the list. That's insane, man. What is this generation doing? With earbuds in the ears, constantly listening to crap rap or whatever else to listen to. What are they doing? The last thing I want to do is have something constantly in my ear where I'm constantly distracted. I want to know more my surroundings, especially when I'm at the gym and out in public arenas. The public places. But this is where we're at. They got the I tell you what, it'd be a good day. It's a good time to be a mugger. If you want to start robbing people with all you gotta do is walk up on them and pickpocket them, and maybe take them down, rough them up, and get their wallet. I'm not advocating that, but I'm saying this is what they're setting themselves up for. As for me and my house, we're going to be aware of what's going on, and we're not going to be on our freaking cell phone all the time. So, you ladies, I'm telling you, shakalaka. If I ever meet anybody, if it ever happens, which I doubt at this rate, because people ask me, well, have you met anybody? Well, how could you meet anybody when they're constantly distracted? And they have shit in their ears, freaking earbuds, listening to and they're always looking at their freaking cell phones. It's like a zombie nation is what it is. I guess how you meet them? You gotta freaking text them, huh? Or you gotta go on social. You gotta go online to meet somebody. You gotta pay on top of it. Unbelievable. Set up profiles. Unbelievable. That's where we're at. And they say, well, you haven't met anybody in church? No. Well, first of all, I live in the burbs. I'm 49. These are the questions people ask. Why are you still single? A good-looking guy like you, which I agree, but I'm in the wrong. I think I'm in the wrong generation. Is what it is. I'm in a Twilight Zone generation. That's where we're at. Both on the ground and in the sky. As you look at the split-screen sky up there, that's not normal. That crap is not normal. But the people aren't normal. What is normal? There's nothing normal. They're trying to make the abnormal normal now. Remember that song by commie Bruce Springsteen, 57 channels and nothing on? Now it's 57 genders, when there's really only 2. Nothing's normal anymore. You got fake news. People think that chemtrails are contrails. It's out of control. The cell phones breaking up relationships, social media breaking up families. Unbelievable. It's just insane. If you don't want your kids, they're on the internet. Who are they talking to? Who knows? They could be talking to your ex-spouse, and the ex-spouse is nothing but trouble. And they could get their mind poisoned by that person or anybody else. Believe me, I lived through a lot. I'm gonna leave it at that, and seen a lot. And and your kids you don't want your kids going the way of the world. Well, they're gonna have a high chance of doing that if they're not leaders and know where their bread was buttered and who had their backs all their life. The parent that raised them, and maybe the grandmother too. But this is where we're at in this generation. Earbuds in the ears, constantly on the cell phone, and divorce rate through the roof, higher than ever, and the clean-cut look appears to be out. They want mountain men, they want guys that can't complete a sentence, pants on the ground. It's insane, man. And so is the site up here. Split-screen sky, heavily chemtrail, digital clouds. You got some white clouds up there that are actually that the sun simulator is not lighting up. They're lit up on their own because they're right next to a dark cloud. Why isn't a dark cloud lit up then? No, this is crazy crap. What's up with the split screen sky? Notice that it looks like a digital. It looks like a digital part over here, right over here. And look at this. This is blue sky and that's blue sky. Why does the beam end right here and it's suddenly dimmer here? This is blue, that's blue. This light suddenly can't reach over here? Huh? Nah, that's why I say this is a fake freaking sun. Purposely illuminating part of the sky more than the other part. Look at this. But yet it doesn't manage to do it over here. You see beams over here, it stops right here, and then all this, dark. Split screen, I call it. That's what they're calling it. Just like the split, personalities that these ladies like. They like the triad thing going, right? They like the psychopath. Absolute insanity, on the ground. They can't drive, they can't park. They park it crooked. They're driving like they're bats out of hell, causing increased wrecks. It's just, Lord help us. If your soul isn't right with Jesus, get right, because time is running out. Time is running out. Your last breath on terra firma is going to be your first breath in eternity, whether you believe it or not, up or down. Get your soul right with Jesus. Get saved. Call upon Him as your Lord and Savior. That's all I can tell you, because you can't rely on men. You can't rely on people these days, for a great many of them. I could count the amount of people on my hand I could rely on. and it's only very few, less than 2. We'll say that. All right, that's where we're at. That's where I'm at, and it's unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable. The only one you can count on is Jesus. Count on him for salvation. You spend eternity in heaven. When you like that, instead of going downstairs where the worm dieth not, don't reject Jesus. Call upon him now. Time is running short. Check out my other videos on my personal Facebook page. I share a lot, like the Controversy 7, Stranger in Fiction News, Plain True Tree, and the list goes on and on. Until next time, you received the shock treatment.